Go ahead, man.
Yo, everyone, it is what it is.
It
We
is what it is.
we had some little bit of technical difficulties, so instead of going live, we are going to be pre-recording this and then uploading it, of course. So
Yeah.
we apologize for the tens of people that were in the stream watching us live. So
I know,
greatly
right?
greatly apologize for that one. Anywho, so back to what we were talking about is like. Yeah, that's one thing. Like major corporations, like they don't give a fuck about. Like you're literally just there to them. Like they could easily replace you at any time. It's kind of like any sports. It's like any sports. Like you got this great player, but lack of dedication or whatever. Boom, you got this one guy who's working his ass off that could just easily replace him. And that's kind of how it is with all these people needing jobs. Like everyone's hungry for a job.
It is,
So
bro. And
those,
it's to me, it's just crazy. Like, people are planning to protest. It's like we try to limit how many people is allowed in the store. The government's trying to limit. Close movies are closed and all that stuff. I don't know about you. Like yesterday, they just reopen up like some of our parks and stuff.
mhm.
But like, tennis is allowed because there's only allowed two people on the court and it's more than 6 feet apart. Basketball's allowed, but you're only allowed three-person per half court.
Huh.
Um,
I mean, that's weird because then it's like 2-on-1. What the hell?
it's the dumbest shit ever. So it was like, so it's like they're slowly trying to reopen it, and people are protesting. Everybody getting big crowds and shit, and it's just like we're defeating the purpose of what we're trying to do.
Yeah. With their yeah, exactly.
Like the quicker that we just fucking listen, the sooner all this shit would be done.
I know, and that's what people don't get is like, yes, you're bored at home, but you go out, it's just gonna prolong this.
Go walk. Take a walk. Take a fucking walk. Take a
Yeah.
drive.
You don't have to go to fucking Target every day to satisfy your
It
boredom.
pisses me off, bro. When people come up and they get mad, like, oh my god, you guys don't have enough cashiers, and they're fucking buying a bikini. I'm like, bitch, you're not even supposed to be here.
Yeah, you shouldn't even be buying that. I saw there was a Walmart somewhere. I don't know because it's not by me, but I saw a picture of it. It was like
Mm.
they were limiting what you could buy in store. Like what you could only buy in store was literally essential shit, and like there was like a tape or something around like non-essential shit that it said like sorry, this can only be purchased online. It's like an order pickup or whatever. Like, but to buy it in store, it's only essential shit, basically something like that. So it was like they were limiting what you can buy. So they're basically like doing exactly what that was. Like you shouldn't be out buying non-essential shit.
Target been saying they're gonna do that, but I don't know if they are. Like, they're always behind. Like, I don't know if your Target has the plexiglass. Ours have it now, and it's
Yeah.
just
I just
like,
literally got it 2 days after we talked about it.
yeah, I was like, I mean, you're like fucking 3 weeks behind, my guy. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And
Dude,
the
and
bro, the ones that get services are so fucking dumb.
yeah, I know because what the fuck? Like someone's gonna return something that doesn't fit to that, so they're gonna go around anyway. Like they go around the plexiglass.
It's crazy.
Yo,
I don't know.
yeah, the little slots things. Those are stupid. We don't even use those. We literally just they hand them around the plexiglass. Anywho, bro. So major thing just happened with Target. They finally reinstated their returns and exchanges.
They
How has
did.
that impacted your Target?
Shit fucking sucks, my guy. That shit sucks. Bro,
Hell
they
yeah.
everybody's returning shit. And I'm like, fuck, man. Like, and then everybody's like,
Bro,
make sure you clean it. Make sure you wipe it down. Like, shut the fuck up. And the thing that pisses me off the most, man. I don't know if your Target's doing it, but mine is. And it's pissing me off like to the fucking limit. Bro, they're taking cashiering hours and giving it to fulfillment so they can sit at guest services and just do drive ups.
no, that's not how they didn't do that with us. That's some stupid shit right there,
So we
though.
have a guest services team member and then we have a drive up person. So we have two people at guest services. Usually we only have one, but now we have two. But the drive up person works in fulfillment, but he's using front end hours, not fulfillment hours.
That's whack.
So
Why not just fucking?
we had to take 8 hours of our hours and give it to one of them so they can help us.
Why don't they just have one of you guys do it? That's insane. That's ridiculous. You're like, now you see exactly what I'm complaining about. Yeah, bro. Target management, they are absolute morons. I gotta say
Stupid, man.
it's insane. Fucking. But yeah. So fucking everyone just. It's basically a month and a half of returns coming back.
All at
And
once.
yeah,
All at
exactly.
once.
Literally, fucking. There was lines and lines of people, and
It's
it's like,
non-fucking
damn.
stop, bro. It was like
Like
you
we
finish
got 3 registers.
you finish 8 people and then the fucking you're like 8 more people out of nowhere. Like what the fuck? Like, and it's all closed. It's like, oh, I bought it and your fitting room was closed, so I couldn't try it on. And I was just like, why are you buying clothes? You can't go anywhere. It's so
Yeah, exactly. So
aggravating,
like
dude.
we got like one of those the Z rack things. So we got one of those Z racks and literally just filling it. We filled one of them, came up, filled the second one, and it's just like, damn, bro, how many clothes we gotta return,
Bro,
bro?
it was funny because my manager, he brought up like the hanger bin and then a Z rack. He goes, every clothes you get, hang it up and
Mm-hmm.
that. Bro, we're so busy. I was just fucking throwing it over there. So
Dude, yeah, that's how it was.
He took the Z rack away and he put a bucket there. So I just throw shit. Just like, bro, I'm not gonna hang that shit up. Get the fuck out of here,
Yeah,
bro. You want me
yeah,
to do
bro.
you want me to be in charge of drive ups and fucking that shit? Get the fuck out. Same thing. Hey, I just want to say, if Mike ever hears this, fuck you for making his full soft lines close that 2 months. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, dude, I forgot about
Get
that.
the fuck out of
Wow.
here, man.
My store, they basically do that too, but I tossed the clothes right into the bin.
Fucking no, he wants us to hang it, put it on a Z rack because we gotta go quarantine it. So he just wants to pull it
Yeah.
and go and quarantine it. Where Softline doesn't have to hang everything and quarantine it themselves. It's already
Hmm.
there. I was like, bro, we're too fucking busy, so I throw it over there. And
Yeah,
so,
we had 2 people like doing the returns and exchanges and
mm-hmm.
whatnot, and then we had a third person literally just wiping shit down and hanging stuff up. So like we would basically throw it in the pile, and then they would take it from the pile and hang it up, and it was just like they were just like nonstop busy because of that too. It was insane.
We only have like 2 people up there. We get lucky with 3. So it's like 3 people. The 2 people are drive ups. The other person's returns. So we don't have anybody like helping us, clean and shit. The person doing returns, he has to do everything.
Bro, we
And
literally
and
have
you might get lucky that person in the mid that's scheduled for drive up is also a guest services team member. It's very
yeah.
slim.
See, that's one thing about my store is everyone knows get service. So like there was a girl that literally started like 2 weeks ago and she's already getting trained up there. And I'm like, Waterford Lakes could never, bro. We literally did 2.5 months of training before we got a shift on our own.
Bro, my
And it was
target's
like you
like
got to
that.
be there for like a week or like a month, fucking
No,
a
yeah, yeah. The
year.
Waterford Lakes, your training and guest services is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because there's always 2 people up there. And when I say 2 people up there, I mean 2 people for guest services, 1 person for OPU.
Yeah, dude, those are the
You
days.
gotta do weekend guest services for like a month before you get your own, like Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, dude. Those are the days, bro. Do you remember the days we used to train? Who trained
Uh,
you? Oh, what the fuck was her name that trained me?
Julia trained me.
Was her name Megan? Was there a Megan?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have her on Snapchat.
she trained me. I
uh,
forgot about her. Wow, yeah, yeah, she's the one who trained me.
Julia, and Nancy.
Dang, Nancy. I forget about the older ladies sometimes.
Scylla,
Cecilia.
Cecilia. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
Cecilia. And then Brenda, bro. Remember
Brenda,
Brenda?
yeah,
She was cool as shit.
yeah.
It was funny because Cecilia, she would always take like 25-minute 15s, but then I was like, yo, Cecilia, you better let me do that too when you cover my break because I'm covering you. She'd be like, oh, Alex, go ahead, do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it anyway.
It's like when we all came up, we took over guest services, and they're all like, "Thank you,"
Mm-hmm.
because guest services was crazy up there, and we only the old people worked up there,
I know,
and then
yeah.
they let all of us young bucks up there, and we took
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, they were like, all right, we need to get these old people out of here and get these youngsters up there.
And
So then
we were
here we are.
wild. We were wild.
Damn, bro, the elite,
The
the
fuck?
target
Oh,
elite, bro.
I'm still in the chat. Are you?
Me too, but I don't
I'm
have
muted.
I don't have the what the fuck is it
The
called?
group me?
Group, is that it? Yeah, group me. I don't have that on my phone. I have it on my old phone.
I have it. I'm about to go peep at it in a second.
I actually got removed from the cashier chat, but I'm still in the elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, why
I left that chat a long time ago.
I don't
Oh,
even, I don't even know.
remember how we did it? We did it at Lazy Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard y'all were talking shit. Well, fuck you too then. Hey, bro, this shit was funny.
Oh,
What happened?
hold on. I think I lost you. Shit, alright, there you
What?
are. What's good,
Hey,
man?
yeah, what's going on?
Shit. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Gina says good night. Love you too. I don't think she heard me. Anywho, yeah, dude, fucking water for legs, bro.
Let's start with
as much
something
as
else.
whoa, just focus. As much as that place sucked, like that place was so organized. Everything was done right. Everything got done. It was so clean, but because of how strict them bitches were, and like at my store, like everything's just a mess, and it's crazy. Like especially the back room, like Water for Lake's back room was never a mess. And then here you got these bitches. There's flats everywhere. Fucking people don't know how to put their shit away. There's trash everywhere. People just leave their. Anywho, sorry about that. We had a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah, we went too deep. We can't talk about it.
We were like, oh shit, we're kind of on the podcast. We got to keep it. We got to keep it cool. So
Yeah, we went a little bit too deep. That happens.
Mm-hmm. But anywho, bro, it is what it is.
Just more work for me.
Shit. So how's class been?
Bro, almost done, my guy. Everything's due May 4th, which is Monday.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so.
Pretty soon.
Yeah,
So like after that, you're done for the semester.
Before the semester, and then summer starts up like fucking 2 weeks later.
Damn, they're getting right into that.
Yeah, bro, shit's trash. That shit is trash.
Unfortunate, bro. Like I was so excited to go back to class next semester, like start going back to school, but I can't do no online classes, bro. It's just not for me. Like I tried it one semester, and I didn't have the motivation to do it, and so like I would like.
That is rough.
And I wouldn't even check up on my assignments, and then I would go and I'd be like, oh shit, I had 3 assignments due already, and then I ended up just all right, I have to drop this class, I'm failing it, so.
It's rough. It's really rough. Like that's how I am for my environmental science class, and it's like he's really cool about it because it wasn't supposed to be online, so it's rough. He has like assignments due like every 2 weeks where you write like a little 250-word paragraph about a topic. And with this whole thing going on and like trying to play catch up, everybody forgot about him. And he's like, hey, your exam's due on the 4th. Make sure you please turn in all your assignments and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, this guy's he's a G. I love it.
Oh, so he gave you guys like a little extended period?
Yeah, well, there's really no like due date. What those assignments had due dates, but he lets you turn in late work because shit happens. So he's like, just turn it in before the exam. And he's like, all right, I want all the assignments turned in before the final exam. So I was like, yo, you're the fucking OG, dog. Like, I love that.
Dude, I remember my freshman year, my first ever semester too. I had a psychology final. It was my final exam too. Damn, that was crazy. So the whole semester, my all of my exams that we had, like our chapter exams or whatever, they were always due Sunday night. So the weekend that it was due, that Sunday night, my final exam, I went back to Cape because I was in Orlando and not. So I went back to Cape, and then I came back Sunday morning, and I was gonna work on it and then do it Sunday night. So actually, yeah, so Saturday night I get back to Orlando. I go to open it to just take a ponder at it, and then it said it was due last night, which would have been Friday, and I'm like, no fucking way. Like, it still allowed me to take the exam, but it was basically late. So I was like, oh no fucking way. So I emailed the professor. I was like, hey professor, whatever. Um, so for some reason, I got confused thinking that our final was due on Sunday because all of our exams were on Sundays. So I figured it was Sunday. So I actually went out of town for the weekend, and then I came back Saturday night to work on it Sunday, and I noticed that it was already too late. So I was wondering if there was anything that I could possibly do, like get late credit or whatever, like just as long as I can somewhat of it. And then so I was like, you know what? Let me start working on it. So I worked on it, and I submitted it, hoping it would go through. And then I got an email the next morning. It was like, hey, no worries, don't worry about it. I'll grade it right now. And I ended up getting like an 80 on it, and like he didn't take any points off or anything. And I was like,
Bless.
bless the fuck up. Like that came
Bless.
in so clutch. Like here I am freaking out. Like
Bro,
I just fucked up.
that's two of my classes this semester, bro. I fucked up hard when we did the whole fucking swap to online. Um, my government class, he was like, "Oh, papers are still due at regular time," because he pushed everything back, but he kept the paper on that time. And I was like, "Fuck!" Like I gotta do the paper, and I have to play catch up with all the other three of my classes, because I take 4 classes. And I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't write this paper. I'm at work and shit." And he sent that email like 2 days before the paper was due. It's like, "Fuck, dude! I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do it." And so I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna do it. And I wrote half of it, and I passed out on my chair. I woke up, had to go to work, and I was like, I gotta rush home and submit it. Tell me how, like, I left at 10. The store closed at 10. I left at 10:30, and the rest of the team didn't leave until 11. So I was like one of the few that left a little early, and the LOD was stuck in the CO. So I was stuck. I was
Damn.
stuck in the store until like 11:15.
No way.
I was like, bro, I'm gonna fucking shoot myself. Like I had to run home and send it before 11:59. Got home, it's already like 11:35, 11:40. Bro, trying to turn on my computer, the Wi-Fi is not connecting. I was like, fuck. I got fucked. I literally got fucked, dude. And I was just like, and I couldn't turn it in. It was done. I was like, there's no way. Like I want to
that was
cry.
that was the universe testing you. Literally anything that could have went wrong went wrong.
So I was like, I'm gonna have to drop this class, bro. I'm gonna have to like. And the guy sent us email. He's like, all he sent in the email, the professor said, "You're welcome." So what the fuck did this guy do? I think I had a 69 before before the paper.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't turn in the paper, so I know it went lower. So I was like, I'm gonna have to drop this class. Like fuck. He said, bro, my man said, "You're welcome." That's all. He sent it to like 600 students. You're welcome. I go log on, check my grade. I had a 77.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's right. That's
I was
all
like,
I
hey,
was
you
gonna
my
say.
guy, my dude. You're my guy. Bro, I was so high. I was so happy. I was like, I don't have to fucking drop this class. I don't have to take it again. Like,
Mm-hmm.
thank fucking God. And then, actually, 3 times this semester. Holy shit. All my professors are fucking legit this semester. My music class, because you know, your boy's an artist, hit me up on SoundCloud. My music class, he was, we're doing pop. We have pop quizzes, and obviously can't do pop quizzes when it's an online class. So he was like, oh, after every, he sends us like the notes for the class, and he goes, after every note, there's 5 questions. Answer the question, send it in. You think like Saturday at 11:59 or Sunday at 11:59 because he said it's due on Sunday. So you think in your head, okay, Sunday at 11:59, you know, we got to turn it in. Bro, this man made it at Sunday at 3 p.m. I work at 3 p.m. every Sunday. Every Sunday I work from 8 to 3:30.
So ain't no way you can do that.
So I was taking L's left and right, bro. But there's this one time where I didn't, or it was Easter Sunday. So I was able to turn mine in. So I was like, because I was off. So I turn them in. And he's like, so what I'm going to do, class, is if you get 5 100s on 10 of the pop quizzes, you get 100 for the grade, no matter what your other pop quizzes were. Luckily, we did 3 in the class beforehand, and I turned in 2, and I got 5 100s. So I got 100 for the whole thing.
Damn.
I was like, let's fucking go.
That's clutch.
And then my lit professor, he's like, yo, this is my last semester. If I don't like you and you do bad work, you're going to fail. If I don't like you and you do good work, you're going to pass. If I like you and you do bad work, you're going to pass. Like, you're just going to pass. So I've been getting C's all semester, dude. And I'm going to get probably a C on the exam. And I'm a fucking pass because he's not planning to fucking fail anybody. Like, he literally told us, like, if you're here right now, you're not going to fail. I'm going to pass you.
Hey, C's get degrees.
C's get fucking degrees, especially when I don't have to write for my degree. Fuck you guys. That's my last writing class.
Hanging on the wall, bro. It's not gonna say what your grade was.
Hell no,
it's just gonna say that you passed.
Hell yeah, it's just gonna be a number that says this bitch wasted his time.
Bro, what? Have you had like a really big L? Like, what was your biggest L in college? I have a story, but. Moving to Orlando? What's on now? Because here we are.
Here we are. My biggest L probably freshman year of college.
What happened? Is there a specific story or just a whole
semester? Bro. It's So I moved in with my cousin. We're going to Valencia, and we were going to West Valencia, so like the ghetto.
Oh, yeah, that one's far too, right?
Yeah, but we lived like 5 minutes from it, so we lived in the ghetto.
Okay.
Rent wasn't bad, bro. We found like a apartment. It was like $600 a month for 2 bed, 2 bath.
Like 600 each or 600 for everyone?
For everything. So 300
so like
each.
Wow.
Good. So it was good. It was me and my cousin. He used to live in California, but his dad kicked him out or something. Something happened where he wasn't allowed to live with his family no more in California.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved in with us, and he slept in our living room my whole senior year of high school. Because he was 1 year older than me. So he graduated he graduated early, some bullshit like that. So we were both like, yo, we're going to go to Valencia. So we both went to Valencia. We both applied. All that shit, we took the drive. We lived there. First two months, we're solid. And the guy couldn't find a job. I transferred I was working at CVS at the time. So I transferred. So I had a job. And he couldn't find a job. So he had a little bit of money saved. And, that's what he was paying with. And then once that money ran out, that's it. He just stopped paying rent. Like, he just didn't want to pay anymore.
Jeez. So you were stuck with it?
So I got fucked over because we needed my aunt, because he didn't have a job. So we needed my aunt to co-sign with us so we can get the apartment. So my aunt, she was on the lease with us. So I was like, bro, if we get evicted, that's going to hurt my aunt. And, she did me a favor. I don't want to I don't want to ruin that. So for like 6-7 months, I got stuck paying it by myself. So I was paying the rent and all the bills.
That's whack.
So one day, I think it was Christmas, I took a drive back home to obviously see my family. He didn't want to come, so I was like, all right, dope. And I put all my stuff in my room, and I locked my room. He broke into my room.
Oh, fuck.
He stole, my watch. I had, I want to say a good, $100 and, $2 bills, dollar coins, gold dollar coins. So, I had a bag full of, rare money, rare currencies.
Mm-hmm.
and I was collecting for like a year, so I had like a good $100. He took that. Monty kept some of her stuff with me because she didn't want to leave it in her dorm because she didn't trust her dorm mates.
So she lived on campus at the time.
Yeah, so she left some of her stuff with me, like her camera and all her shit, and they stole that. That's what kind of got me mad more because it's like it affected me because like at that time she was my girlfriend and I was like, yo, like take my shit, leave her shit alone.
Hmm. And then that's another thing. Is like it's different. It's not different, but it's different if it's like a stranger. But like that's your cousin.
That was my cousin
Like
exactly.
that's
So it
straight
was
up
like
family.
so I was like, okay, like yo, take my shit. Why you touch her stuff? And he goes, I didn't touch her stuff, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I took your watch because I wanted to wear it. I was like, ask me.
Hmm.
So he gave me my watch back. And I was like, what about my money? He goes, I don't know who took your money. 3 days later, he came back with a tattoo. He took my money.
Yep, we know you ain't got no job, bro. Someone had to pay for that.
Um, so they took her camera and like all her memory cards and shit. And it affected me one because that like I said that that was my girlfriend at the time and I told her you can trust us and I basically lied to her.
Hmm.
But what pissed me off the most about it was a lot of people don't know, but I'm pretty sure you knew like Monty's mother died of breast cancer.
Hmm.
And on all those like her memory cards were pictures of her and her mom growing up.
So it was
All gone.
important pictures. Yeah.
All fucking gone.
Wow.
So I was just like, imagine being a person trying to comfort someone about that when it's your fault for telling her to leave it there.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I was just like, it was crazy. And so I was like, yo, we're canceling the lease. And he was like, I'm not signing it.
Oh, you guys both had to sign it to cancel it?
Yeah, all three of us, me, him, and my aunt. So I was like, bro, just please sign it, bro. We don't want to go down this route. It's like, I'm not signing it. It's like, whatever, man. So one day he was like, fuck it. And he signed it. He was high out of his mind. So I'm pretty sure he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He fucking signed it.
I'm about to say, wait, what would happen if you guys just like stopped paying it?
We get evicted. And then that goes on my record, his record, and then my aunt's record. I didn't want that. My aunt was doing us a favor.
Yeah, I feel you.
So when things started going downhill was when I was like, I don't care if you smoke weed. At that time, I got high a few times. And she was like, just don't smoke in an apartment, my guy. Like, smoke outside. All our neighbors smoke. Just don't smoke in an apartment, bro. Just like, I don't want that because I was a manager at CVS. So I didn't want my clothes smelling like weed.
Or your body, too.
Or my body, yeah.
Yeah, because you're marinating in it.
So I was like, we get drug tested at CVS. I'm not going to say Target doesn't drug test, but they don't drug test. So we get drug tested a lot at CVS. So I was like, I don't want to like have that scent on me.
Yeah,
and he just kept smoking inside the house and shit. And I was just like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not on your ass about not paying rent, bro. Like, come on. Just do me a solid. Just listen to me.
For real, like you ain't paying shit. Like at least respect the rules.
So he wasn't. So I just started dropping classes to work more to obviously have money. And then
yeah, I didn't know this story. That's crazy.
Yeah, so and then things kept going in, and he finally signed it, but we had to pay $2,000 to cancel the lease. So I had to work and use some of my financial aid money to pay the $2,000, which like when I came back here and went to college, I didn't have financial aid. I had to pay for like a year of college before I got financial aid. So like,
damn.
So I lost my financial aid because of that.
He fucked you hard.
Yeah, so I lost my financial aid. We paid, and he had I don't know what he did. I guess he got in a fight with someone in his room or something. Bro, like a whole wall. Like imagine a wall behind me. Just holes all throughout it.
Wow.
So we had to pay for that to get it fixed because when they go in there, they're gonna look at what's wrong, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna charge you. So it's 2,000. So canceling the lease, I think, was only like 1,000, but to pay for like that whole wall was another 1,000.
That's crazy.
So I had to pay the 2,000. Then some girl I went to high school with. She wanted to move back home, but she didn't want to pay to cancel her lease. So we told her, I was like, "Yo, I'll live in your apartment for you, pay you to pay your rent. You won't have to cancel your lease. I'll just live under your name." And we just lived like that. And she's like, "Okay, cool." She was dope about it. So we're cool. 4 or 5 months go by. And basically, her roommate, she was like, I don't want to live here no more. I'm canceling the lease. And I was like, all right, bet. And I just dipped. And the girl was like, oh, no, you got to pay to cancel the lease. And I was like, no, 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 no. I was doing you a favor so you don't have to pay to cancel the lease. I'm not on the lease.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not
Yeah,
paying
like,
to cancel the lease.
you were gonna cancel the lease anyway, bitch. You gotta pay it.
So we dipped. And at this point, Monty was like, just living with me. She didn't live in the dorm anymore. And then, so another girl we went to high school with, she had a 1-bedroom apartment. She was struggling. So we were like, yo, if you want, we will sleep in your living room and we'll pay half of your rent. She was like, all right, dope. So, we were living with her for 6 months. I was sleeping on an air mattress for 6 months in the living room. That goes by. And then I was just like, I got to get out. Like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, time to get your own place again.
So, not even. So, then I was going on, Facebook, because Facebook has the UCF housing page and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy was renting out a room of his house for like $600. $600 including Wi-Fi, water, electricity, everything.
All the utilities.
No pet deposit. You're allowed to have a pet. Everything. $600. I was like, bet up. So I pulled up. We lived there for like a good 4 or 5 months, and then that's when me and Monty finally went to EOS. And the guy was like pretty sad. He goes, I don't want you guys to leave. And he was like, you guys were very cool tenants. Like, you're on time all the time. You're cool with the other dogs. Like, you're quiet. We weren't reckless. You guys didn't smoke. You guys didn't drink. Like,
you guys were just there.
We were just there. And he's like, I kind of don't want you guys to leave. And I was like, sorry, my guy. Like, I gotta get my own place. And then went to EOS. And then after EOS, we went to Woodbury. And then me and Monty broke up.
And then Woodbury's
and
where
then
I
I'm
met you.
back. No, you met me at EOS, bitch.
No, I never went to EOS.
You never went to EOS, but you met me at EOS. Because I was living at EOS when we met. And then Woodbury is when you came over.
Yeah, I remember that place.
Hey.
That's when I was living at the loft.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, but okay, so my biggest L, it's like class related, and you remember in 2017, you might not remember, but I probably always talk about it. How Andrew and we took like a 5-day vacation down to Miami for like the MLB All-Star game.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went. It was like a whole weekend, right? So I had a trig exam due when I got back, and had to go to the testing center for it. So here I am, all 5 days. It was like Thursday through Tuesday was like the whole event. So they did 2 days of Fan Fest, and then they did it's called the Futures game, where it's like the minor league All-Star game, and then they have the home run derby, and then the MLB All-Star game, all on different days. So it's 5 days total, and here I am. I got a big trig exam when I come back, and I didn't study at all. And I'm like, fuck that shit. So Andrew and I, we had a fun time, just soaked in the moment, because it's like a one in a lifetime opportunity to go to an All-Star game or whatever, because they're expensive as fuck. So
right.
I go back and I go to the testing center where I got to take the exam. And trig itself, I don't know if you ever took trig. Trig is a hard fucking class.
I took it in high school.
Yeah, so it's if you don't understand you don't understand. Like there's not even a way where you can try and like guess your way around it and try and like weasel in an answer. Like so I'm sitting here and I'm like, don't know that one. Don't know that one. I think I know this one. I'll attempt it. I'll attempt it. Bro, there was I kid you not, I think I got a 13 on that exam. I think I only got one right. But there was like 12 or so questions like I attempted to start, but I got stuck, so I didn't know how to do it. So I would stop that one and then go to the next one. And then there was a bunch of just blank ones. And like that was my biggest L I ever took in college, was getting a 13 on a trig exam because I didn't study because I was away.
Straight up, bro. I feel that, bro. I'll be looking at exam, be like, don't know that one. Nope. I think I remember this one.
So you start it,
and it'll be multiple choice,
I don't have it.
and I'll be like, I'll circle 2 of the answers and be like, I'm gonna come back. Nope. And I go back and I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
But the thing
Bro,
is,
that's what I hate
multiple
math.
choice.
That's what I hate about math, bro. You need an answer, and I'm just sitting there like, you start, and then halfway through, you're like, this shit's not looking right. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's my biggest fear. I hate math for that reason, and my degree's mostly math, so it's like, fuck.
So because of that, I went to like the tutoring center, and I was like, okay, I need to learn what I missed out on. So here I am. I'm literally like, I have a tutor next to me, like 2 straight hours, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, to be honest. Like 2 hours later, and I'm like, yeah, I still don't get it. But like I'm so good at math. Like I'm good at every type of math, but trig was just a whole nother language for me.
Trig is just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that shit was just too hard. But I remember taking trig in high school, and that shit was so easy. And then here I am in college, trig, and yeah, fuck that. So yeah, my worst grade I ever got in a college exam was a 13. I was like, wow. I ended up getting a C in the class, so I still passed.
Hey, that's all that fucking matters, my guy.
Exactly. And like I was, for that class only, like I was in the fucking tutoring center 24/7 for that class. And fuck yeah. So that's my biggest L. But I kind of relate on having a bad roommate because especially, well, me it's different because I went to my freshman year of college. It was me and my friend Steven, and then we went into a 4-4. So it was us two, and then we were getting 2 randoms, which fortunately one of them ended up being Alex Hall, so that was a good thing. But then our other roommate, he actually ended up backing out of his lease right before we moved in. So that room was empty for I think 2 or 3 weeks before someone finally moved in. So like we were basically paying for a 4-4, but we had a 3-3 because we had an empty room. And so yeah, so it was nice, because at that point,
everybody was cool with each other.
Yeah, exactly. Alex Hall and I, we were getting along and whatnot. And then moved in our 4th roommate. He finally moved in. It was weird because like it was they just came in and they opened up the door and they're like, "Hey guys, this is your new roommate." And I'm like, y'all ain't gonna knock to introduce him? What if
you're fucking jacking off? Like,
what if we're sitting on the couch just like with our just in our underwears because we're comfortable like that? Like, what if we're all cool and here you guys are just gonna walk in like, and then so we introduced or whatnot, and then so his girlfriend like it was supposed to be just him, but his girlfriend ended up like moving in with him, and she was like messy. Like I kid you not, that's probably like the worst roommate I've ever had just because of her. But like, and then he'd always have like friends over and they were all messy too. But there would be times where they just wouldn't do their dishes, and like they would run out of their dishes and then start using our dishes.
Oh fuck.
And then they wouldn't wash our dishes. And bro, I kid you not, they would leave something on the stove, like a pot or a pan full of like food on the stove for like a week straight. And then if they would put it in the sink, it would just sit there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And so like it got to the point where we started putting our own dishes in our room, and like if we wanted to use them, we would fucking get them from our room, use them, and then clean them, and then put them back in our room. Like it was bad. Because if not, then we had no dishes,
I feel that, bro.
Yeah, so So you just gotta luck out, I guess, sometimes. Because here we are with Allah, and he's still in the group. He's still part
Yeah,
of it.
everybody's seen his wiener.
Yes, sir. That is a fact.
Nah, but I mean, other than that, bro, like college was pretty dope. Like class wise, I feel like I was an enemy my freshman year in SLS because everybody had to take SLS.
That's the last I remember that class.
And I was like the dick, bro. I put everybody on blast. And like now, like I talk to more people and they're like, I hated those kids that put like us on blast. Like we were supposed to be in this together. And I was like, fuck y'all. Like
What you mean you
I
put him
came
on
from.
blast?
Oh, bro, we would do like projects and shit. And like some guy, like we were talking about music, right? And I was like, I know music. Like, you know, like I fucking know
Mhm.
music. So some guy was talking about like, um, no. We're talking about movies, and I really like movies. Like I don't watch TV shows, I watch movies. And he was talking about this movie called Paid in Full. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Yeah.
It's pretty like a drug selling movie, and it's basically about the song "Soul Survivor" by Jeezy. So when he was talking about it, I was like, and the professor, you know, he's giving grades for participation. So I was like, might as well get my grade, right? So I raised
Mhm.
my hand and goes, go ahead. And the professor's like, any questions? Like, I raised my hand. He said, yeah, go ahead. And I was like, so what do you think about the movie having an influence to the song Soul Survivor? My man looked at me like, what the fuck you just said? And my parents was like, good question. I was like, and they're like, he was like, oh, I don't know. And he goes, what do you, and he goes, and then the professor's like, what do you think? I was like, well, technically the movie was just made after the song Soul Survivor by Young Jeezy. They just turned the song into like a play, but it's a movie. And
So, wait, why? Wait,
I guess
I think
I put him on blast. I put him in front of the whole class, in front of the professor about like his own work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like apparently people don't like that.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, you a cocksucker then?
So like people were like looking at me like, yo, fuck this kid.
Yeah, for real.
So my freshman year of college, I had no fucking friends. Like, everybody was my enemy. Like,
I'm trying to think that. Yeah, I met a few friends freshman year. There was this one kid that I always used to hang out with. That he was like my main only friend that I met from classes, like that I would hang out with outside of school. You know, like there's those people where you would just talk to them in class and be like, all right, see you next class or whatever. And
yeah.
I think I really only had one, and then I guess his roommates too. Like I'd hang out with them and stuff. But yeah, other
Like
than
it's
that,
so funny. Like you know, we talk about like college and stuff, and it's so crazy that we basically went to the same college, but we're only friends because of work.
yeah, I know.
Because I went to West for only like a semester or two, and then I went to East.
And then you stopped.
Then I stopped.
Yeah, because when I met you, you weren't going to class.
Yeah, so it was like we were in the same college. I'm
Mm,
pretty sure we walked past each other all the time, and we just
probably
because East is small as fuck.
it is, and I liked it too because like, e- no matter where you were, like the class is just so close.
West was
And
fucking huge.
and literally, my only classes were either in building 7 or 8. So it was like all the ones all the way in the back,
Hmm.
and always plenty of parking back there, so you didn't have to worry about parking. And then I literally didn't have to walk anywhere else other than the two buildings, which are right next to each other.
I forgot. My class was in like 5, I think, right by the library.
And then so I always there was like a little parking garage, like a 2-story, 3-story parking garage in the back behind building 8. So I would always park in there.
Oh, I know what you're talking. I used to park on the not in the garage, but they had the little parking lot right by the garage.
Yeah,
I used to park there.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it was nice because all my classes were right there, so I would just park. And I had my mom's handicap pass at the time too.
No, I think
So I always
I
used
had
to.
one class in building 5 and then 2 classes in building 7. So it was like right there. So I'll park far from my first class, but I was close to my last class.
Smart. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I only had one class in building 1, and that was the summer class, the trig class I took, and that was my only class in building 1. But I took 2 classes over summer. I took statistics and trig, and then my statistics class was at 12, and then I didn't have anything until 6:30 was my trig class, and then it was like 6:30 to 8:15, I think it was.
Fuck, that's a big gap, my guy.
Yeah, yeah,
You
that
end up
that was
going
the
home.
only. Yeah, so I just go home and then I come back for it. So like I would park in the back by building 8, go home, and then park in the front by building 1.
Fuck
Was it
that.
building? Yeah, so those are my only.
But you're
Those are my
talking
only
about going back.
motherfucking.
You're going back to school, bro. What you planning on studying?
I'm gonna keep it with education, bro. I was starting to like those classes. Like they were fun, but I ended up stopping. Like right as I got into them. And
So
then one of
you,
my education classes, we had to volunteer. So
I
like
remember that.
what?
Mm.
Yeah, so like whatever grade you wanted to do, that's basically what you volunteered for. So I wanted to do fifth grade, so I got a fifth grade class, and I don't want to do fifth grade no more.
What you
Like that's
planning on
just
doing?
stressful. Like I don't know. Like I kind of want to do like something early, like pre-testing and shit. Because when I did the fifth grade class, like there was so many like guidelines and shit that they had to make sure that the kids were learning.
Uh huh.
You know, and like so like and then they were always evaluated whether or not the children learned it or whatnot. So I don't know. I feel like my teacher that I did was always stressed about it. So I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Teaching is a booming job right now, man. Like they're paying
Yeah.
more and more for teachers because no one wants to be a teacher.
Especially males, bro. Like the school I went to, my teacher was telling me that there's only three there was only 3 male faculty and one of them was the principal. So technically 2 male teachers.
Shit's crazy.
So it's definitely in demand. But yeah, so like there's always like all these like guidelines and regulations, especially getting them prepared for middle school. Like middle school is a big step, so the fifth grade teachers like they got to do a good fucking job to get them ready for middle school. So
I
I
can
was
see
like,
you as like I can see you as like a third grade teacher though.
yeah,
But
I
but
thought about either
but
second or
but
third.
but back in the day though, back in the day, third. You know when you got hit with the F cat for the first time. I feel
Yeah,
like you would have been a good teacher for that. You know,
the first year of testing.
yeah, slip it in nice and easy.
Hmm. But not literally, but yeah.
There's only one way to find out.
So yeah, so like I thought about it. I either kind of want to do second or third. Second because like there's not much major testing like that's before the FCAT or whatever the fuck it is now
Uh,
FSA. And so that was one of the main
but
reasons why I want to
there's
do
testing for
second.
every class, every grade now. This shit's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Like damn, bro.
I don't know, bro. This shit's wild.
Yeah. Anywho, so I think you know what we got to talk about this. I'm motherfucking steak and shake, boy.
I'm about it.
Shit. None of you guys are here for the live stream because we ain't live right now. But if you made it this far, go ahead and leave us a comment to acknowledge that you made it this far. What do you plan on doing with your life? Like if
Yeah,
you're
man.
doing your dream occupation right now, go ahead comment it down or whatever you want to do in the
You know,
future.
it's
Let us
quarantine
know.
thoughts. Like you have so much time to think that
Hmm.
you kind of want to go back to the things you used to do.
Yeah.
Like it's
Hmm.
crazy. It's
Like
like,
and it's kind of like you're upset, like just being bored. So like you're reminiscing on like the good times.
bro, it's all it really is. Like you want to go back to it. Like as much as I hate fucking classes, bro, I love college. You meet some dope ass people. I
Straight
mean, I'm gonna
facts,
be
boy.
straight up. I guess I'm a flex. I met my girlfriend in class.
Ooh, that's right, you did.
Yeah. But other than that, bro, I have nothing else to say.
Yes, sir. We done here, everyone. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got a new desk light. I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but like I got different things. So I was just kind of testing out the lighting. I got the backlights going. I got this new light. So if y'all think it's stupid, let me know. If y'all fucks with it, let me know. If not, don't even say anything. That's cool too. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
If anybody, actually, let me just drop something in really quick. If anybody
Let's
does
go.
come to this video and reach it to this point, and you want to see like funny skits, like quarantine skits, we have skits in mind. Let us know if you want to see some funny shit on this page. Like we will make like a small like 30, 20 minute, not 30, 20, but like a 10, 15-minute video of us doing stupid shit online.
Yeah,
And
give us
it's just
ideas.
give us ideas. That's all. Like really,
What do you want?
it doesn't
What do you
always
want to
have
hear
to
us
be
talk about?
podcasts.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, what do you want to hear us talk about? What do you want to hear us do?
if you just want to see funny shit, if you want to see us react to some videos, bro, just let us know.
Yep, give us some suggestions down in the comments below. But other than that, we out of here, boys. Pleasure, dog. Good catching up with you.
Hey, facts. Take it easy,
We'll
man.
continue this again next week. You too. See ya.